The Tropicana Hotel has been synonymous with old-world Las Vegas glamour for nearly 7 decades. The legendary landmark has now closed its doors to make way for a $1.5 billion baseball stadium. As historians scramble to preserve the Tropicana's colorful past, the site's sporting future exemplifies the city's ever-changing identity.
Well, when a quarter of your staff stays on board for at least 20 consecutive years, you can imagine that goodbye would be emotional. And we heard that here Tuesday from the bartenders, the housekeepers, the front desk, the security, all on top of fans flocking here for the closure. The goodbye was heard loud and clear, strip wide. A goodbye with a bang.
Viva Tropicana. Viva Las Vegas.
I literally came straight from the airport and I asked the driver to take me straight to the Tropicana.
600 employees stayed till the end. Over 100 joined in the final farewell, including some of the hotel's past.
I was about 19 years old with a fake ID coming in from LA.
Brad McLennan was once the frontman of the casino's mob-inspired attraction, as the hotel itself was mob-tied in its heyday.
People would dress going through a casino. They actually cared about what they looked like.
All the time we would come visit Dad at work.
The goodbye, a family affair. Doorman Dean Davis closed his last door with his daughter and grandkids by his side.
It just seems a little surreal with it that it's coming down and everybody just connecting and lots of hugs, a lot of picture taking.
It's really hard to say goodbye.
And an emotional Eric Knowles, Tropicana general manager, locked its glass doors, marking the end of nearly 7 decades surviving the ever-changing landscape of the Strip.
It's not about the building, it's about the heartbeat, and it's all about them. It's all about the heartbeat, it's the team.
Much of the 600 employees watched as the hotel doors get chained shut. The Tropicana first opened on April 4th, 1957, and has been a big hit for Vegas locals, mobsters, and businessmen alike for nearly 70 years. In April 2021, Bally's Corporation agreed to purchase the Tropicana, a deal that was finalized in September of 2022. And the hotel permanently closed on April 2nd, 2024. 2 days shy of its 67th anniversary. Bally's bought the non-land assets of the resort and later reached a merger agreement with the Oakland A's, who agreed to buy out Bally's for $4.6 billion. We're going to step aside from the hotel and talk about the mob for a second. The Tropicana was the pinnacle of old-school Las Vegas and has a long and rich history to tell, beginning with the mob in the 1950s. As we all know, the mob controlled most of the Las Vegas resorts, including the Flamingo, Sahara, and Sands, and the now closed Tropicana.
The nation's underworld gets the unwelcome spotlight of publicity as the Senate's Investigations Subcommittee begins new hearings on crime. Arkansas Senator McClellan...
The Senate Labor Rackets Committee was investigating mafia corruption of the trade unions. Robert Kennedy, as chief legal counsel, made a name for himself by questioning witness after witness about their mob connections.
Did you say that SOB, I'll break his back? Who did you make it about?
I don't know. I may have been discussing somebody in a figure of speech.
Well, who did you make the statement? Whose back were you going to break?
I don't even remember it.
Well, whose back were you going to break, Mr. Hoffa?
Figure of his speech, I don't even know who I was talking about, and I don't know what you're talking about.
On the 9th of June, 1959, the witness was Sam Giancana.
During the 1960s and 70s, the ownership of Las Vegas resorts began to change, with Howard Hughes buying the Desert Inn and other properties. As the decades went on, the mob was forced out of Las Vegas due to pressure from the FBI. It is also said that the first of many dead bodies found at Las Vegas's reservoir Lake Mead was mob-related. The Las Vegas PD first discovered the skeletal remains at the lake when investigators were called about possible remains being discovered in a barrel. This body was later identified as Bobby Eugene Shaw, who went missing in 1977. More information and details can be found at the Las Vegas Mob Museum. The Tropicana will be liquidating all of its assets, from gaming tables to slot machines to furniture, and is all up for grabs for anyone who wants a piece of Las Vegas history. In late 2021, demolition company Going Gone has reached out to Tropicana saying they are interested in doing a controlled demolition. Ever since, Going Gone has been busy in Las Vegas tearing down the 35-acre property in preparation for Demolition Day. In the early morning hours of October 9th, the two 22-story towers are set to collapse simultaneously at 2:30 a.m. Prior to the implosion, there will be a drone show and a fireworks display, naturally. And room rates at nearby resorts are already reflecting how spectacular the night will be. The going rate at the neighboring MGM Grand for that Tuesday night and Wednesday morning starts at $1,542. In comparison, the Tuesday prior, a room can be had at $104. Be sure to subscribe to get a follow-up video on the hotel's implosion, firework, and drone show.